Hi guys, so today I am back at this Aspen tree painting. I was going to do all the background work as far as the background trees before I showed it to you again, but I realized I wanted to change some of the colors, so I thought I would show you. You'll see the corner of me once in a while while I'm working here. But I just thought I'd show you how I was reworking the background color a little bit. So I want these trees to kind of fade. So that means I put a little bit of black on there. You can see where I'm working. And then I take some gesso and pull it across. So I'm going to work up higher so you can see better. Let's see if I can turn this for you. A little bit more like that. Okay, so what I'm doing right now is I'm going to be taking this brush that's a little bit rough, about that size, and it's flat, but it's kind of poofy, so that makes a good brush for this activity. So then I'm going to load it with some of this yellow. What kind of yellow is it? It's yellow oxide. I'm just going to push it in like this, and then bring some gesso in and push it in again. And we're just going to give it some shape. I'll dry the brush off just a little bit and come back. I push it in, circle. I'm going right over top of some of these trees that I'm doing here. Not completely, because I want some to kind of peek out. And then if you can see down here, I've got some nice blue coming in, so I'm going to try to not overwhelm that blue color. I keep coming back and getting more yellow to work it in. And then I'm also going to come down low here and bring in that. And then when your brush starts to get a little too dry, go ahead and grab some water from your paint water, because you want it to kind of fade over some of this, because we're going to be laying some trees in on top of this. So we want the color to be behind it as well. Sometimes a painting takes more time than I realize, because there's more background work than I had planned. That's okay. We got some snow this morning, so that was exciting. The last few years we haven't had much of a winter, and so it's nice to see some real winter happening in the Albuquerque area. The usual weather pattern is it gets pretty cold in December, but last year we didn't see much in the way of a winter, so it's nice to get a little bit of snow, and it's already melted because that's how it works here. But it's really good for the yard and the trees. It's always better than just watering them. Okay, so I'm going to keep working these colors in, but now I'm going to switch to, let's see, I'm trying to work down here, but I don't want to lose the camera angle for you. But as I go lower, I go softer, but not as thick of a paint, and I just keep scrubbing that in like that. Okay, so I'm going to move the easel. Hang on here. Hey there. My funny face. Alright, there we go. Got it up a little higher so you can see where we're at. Okay, so I I grab more water for this lower part, and just a light amount of the yellow is going to come in here. So I want it to be faded. I've gotten to where I don't really paint the sides a whole lot anymore because I do so much changing on it. I used to always paint around the edges. I got to get back into doing that again. Alright, so now that we've got that, I want to show you how I'm going to start laying trees in on top of that. So again, the background of an aspen tree is you bring black down, and I'm using an angled brush for this. Aspen trees are much thinner than the other trees I work with. In fact, I'm going to have to get a new angle brush pretty soon because the ones I have are kind of fuzzy. So, and that happens just over time using your brushes. Also, one of the things that I do that's really bad, and that is I leave them in my water too long. I'll forget that they're there, and I don't go clean them every time I paint. So that gets you in trouble. Okay, so I need a little thicker black here. And then I'm grabbing actual white, not gesso. And I'm setting it on the edge of where the tree is, and then I'm bringing it across in a curving manner, going up to the other side. And I have to tell you that takes a lot of practice, at least it did for me, because it's easy to overreach on the other side of the tree, so sometimes you might need to work on the other angle, on the other side, and pull it back this way. And we keep doing that to make it have a bark look, because that's how aspen trees and birch trees are pretty similar when you look at them from a distance, even though they're different tree. But when you look at them from a distance, they have that similar white bark. Now I'll go back and forth from grabbing white to pull across the black, and then I will also grab the black. Because the thing about aspen trees is their bark is kind of, well, it's papery, for one thing, and it's kind of layered. And so there's pieces of it that's pulled away. And then you'll see the black that comes out where there's just a knob, where there's a piece of black. So I'll just pick certain areas. And then also remember to come across the front as well. It's not just from the sides. That makes a big difference. And then as you make your trees larger, because they're getting closer to you, they become easier to do because they're bigger. Alright, so that's as far as I'm going to show you today. I'm going to finish doing the background now because that's going to take a really long time and you'd get bored watching. So I just wanted to show you this next step of it. I'm going to complete the yellow behind here. And, you know, I said change, but actually it's just another layer. That color that's behind it will also shine through in certain areas. So like right here, you can see some of that color behind here, which is very good because aspen trees, any trees, their leaves, some of them are see-through, some are solid. The colors are all different, and so that's kind of what I'm going for there. Anyway, so I'm going to spend a lot of time on this background area, and then when I start doing the big trees on top, I'll come back and show you those. I hope you're enjoying your wintry day. Bye.